Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Spider-Gwen, issue number 5. Now, as you know, this is the second run of the Spider-Gwen series. That was meant to kind of take place after the 5-issue miniseries, as well as the Edge of Spider-Verse storyline. And the cover has Gwen Stacy looking on at her father in a giant frame. And it mainly starts off how someone is phoning Frank Castle about taking on this Spider-Woman case, and even has a flashback to when his wife and kids left him kind of heartbroken. And eventually we're shown where George Stacy is at a bar, and he says, "The kids, this is a cop bar, Mike. Male pattern boldness is the dress code. Besides, Gwen's not like any kids, you know." "Geez, well, excuse me then." And so he tries to think about calling Matt Murdock, who is mainly meditating and all that, and even basically hears what Captain Stacy wants to say. So we're kind of shown at Starkbox, which is the Spider-Gwen's version of Starbox, where her and Captain America talk, and turns out that Captain America has done some digging on Frank Castle, and turns out he used to be part of a militia group of Tony Stark's known as War Machine, and also as well that Captain America knows that Spider-Woman couldn't have done this, and you can tell Captain America's trying to disagree, as keep in mind that it turns out that Kurt Connors used to be part of S.H.I.E.L.D. until retiring, and one thing led to another, and that thing led to another, and eventually Harry becoming a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. So again, you can tell Captain America is in the right, but you can tell Captain DeWolf wants to believe she's doing what's right. And we're shown where basically Falcon is at Betty Brant's apartment, which turns out that Gwen Stacy was last seen at the apartment. And of course, mainly Falcon is being amazed by Betty Brant's stuff, and Betty Brant's trying to find her phone, much to her anger and dismay. And you can tell he's automatically smitten by her more wacky persona, and this is kind of like a young school kid's crush. So of course we do see Captain Stacy talking with Matt Murdock. And of course, Matt Murdock tries to play the nice guy. He tries to play the kind of I'm the innocent card. And even George Stacy says, "Why in hell would I ever trust the new kingpin of crime?" "Kingpin? What? Captain, I'm just a blind servant of justice. Why, I can't even dress myself." So of course, he points out that, saying how Captain Stacy had kind of let Gwen sink into this, and even knows that Vulture now knows her identity, which he has been trying to use it as a bargain chip. And of course, Matt Murdock's the only one who can kind of prevent it from being leaked out. And of course, even has his ninjas show up, which he thinks he's been set up, but turns out it's meant to be an ultimatum. If he doesn't agree, he'll kill Frank Castle. If he does agree, he'll live. So of course the ninjas fall down, destroy everything around them, even Frank Castle's donuts, and goes into rage mode. So of course he tries his best to take on these ninjas, and of course George Stacy tries to get him to cool it off, but even Matt Murdock points out that it was never the spider that that motivated her. It was Captain Stacy, and that he doesn't know his own daughter. Of course, you can tell Matt Murdock is playing the kind of victim card. And of course, he says that he's not going to let Gwen join him. And of course, as soon as Frank Castle gets his gun, Matt Murdock decides to call off the ninjas, knowing full well that sooner or later he is going to come around. And so we see how Captain America goes in to investigate, even talks about how Harry kind of left a big mess around the area. And as soon as she goes in, she's seen that Harry has mutated himself into the lizard, saying, "No more lies. Come on, son. Come and get some truth." And yeah, this is the story. So, issue 5 is kind of alright. I would say it's meant to show where some characters are still standing after some of the events of other issues. And you can tell Captain Stacy wants to believe he's doing what's right, which he is, but sometimes trying to do the right thing means sometimes there are going to be other repercussions. So I think the issue deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.